When Masayoshi Son, chairman of SoftBank, decided to acquire the US telecommunications company Sprint for a record of $21.6 billion, he turned to Morrison Foerster as its legal advisor. As the biggest international law firm in Japan, it needs to hire the best and brightest. And as part of that, they bring in students from the top US law schools for a period of 10 weeks for what is called a Summer Associates Program. Today, we've been invited to take a look at their program.
Hello. Hi.
The students had weekly brown bag meetings where they'd sit down with partners of the law firm and discuss the joys and challenges of the job.
I personally think outbound's the most interesting because it means that we get to appear in court in the US. You get time on your feet. We've done quite a few actually interesting cases lately that we can never talk about, but turn up on the front page of the news where they're doing investigations. They have a lot of very good useful info.
Then the students met with younger attorneys who they themselves were summer associates a few years back.
Have you been enjoying it so far?
I have. Kind of a broader glimpse of what we have.
I really like that the work has been substantive, and it hasn't, you don't get a sense that it's just busy work, like it's actually helping out with deals or transactions, and so that's really nice to have a sense of significance and that you matter.
Aya Eguchi, who now belongs to the technology transaction team, participated in the summer program in Tokyo and joined the company 3 years ago.
I think after doing 10 weeks and seeing the type of work that we do in Tokyo, it's substantive work. We run a lot of the deals out of our Tokyo office to see it being at the center of all these deals. I was very happy to come back.
Students undergo 10 weeks of on-the-job training. They accompany Morrison and Foerster attorneys to meetings with clients such as SoftBank and Hitachi, as well as getting one-on-one training from partners. The library at Morrison and Foerster in Tokyo is full of Japanese legal books. That's because, unlike in the US, where most legal documents can be found online, books on Japanese law are still only available in print. In addition to experiencing the work of an attorney, the summer associates went on a Mount Takao hike, a cruise wearing traditional Japanese yukatas, and attended a baseball game at Tokyo Dome, cheering for their client, SoftBank. Agnes Petricion is one of the youngest lawyers at the firm. She joined last November.
I was doing an internship in Tokyo with a Japanese NPO. Their offices are not very fancy. So I came here and it was just the view is great, as you saw probably. So it was a sort of inspiring moment.
Okay. If you were to give advice to students who are choosing which summer program they would go to, what would you say?
I would say they should really look at the practices and what's available at each office. So I think make sure you do your due diligence.
Pieter de Ganon has a unique career. He studied Japanese history in university and even got a PhD before he switched to law. After summering here in Tokyo, he spent 2 years working for federal judges before joining Morrison and Foerster.
Well, I had a pre-existing connection to Japan, and I wanted to sort of stay in Japan and use my Japanese. And in terms of firms where you can litigate, like proper full-scale litigation, MoFo's pretty much the only one as far as I know. I would say to treat it as a job. When you come here as a summer associate, it's the beginning of your career, and you should be professional about it, and you should treat it like it's your job.
These students will return to the US to finish the last year of their law school, after which, most likely, they will return to Tokyo and join the firm.